It's important that we find her for dignity, for respect for another human being. It's not about a feather in the cap. And none of these people here, none of all those agencies that I listed, it's not about a feather in the cap to say that we found her. It's about, this is what she deserves. That's what you deserve. That's what I deserve. Everybody has that level of dignity that they should be afforded. And Harmony is just like anybody else. She deserves to have that too. And so the search is going to continue for her until we're able to find her.
The search will continue, and the story's not over. Harmony Montgomery still has not been found. She has not been recovered. Harmony's mom, Crystal Sorey, with us tonight for the whole hour. Crystal, how important is it for you that Harmony is found?
It's so important. You know, I just feel like she's not at rest. You know, that's literally what I think about every day is where is she, you know? I want to bring her home. I don't plan on burying her. I plan on, you know, bringing her home, cremating her, you know, so she can stay with me where she belonged, you know? And I would also like her brother to have a part of her, you know? He really loves his sister, so it's not just for me. It's for my boys, you know? I want them to know that I never gave up looking for her. I never stopped fighting for her. And that she is so important, you know? She is. And nothing that happened to her she deserved, so, you know, it's only right. It's hard for me to just carry on knowing that she's out there alone in a CMC bag, you know? So that's the mission for spring, late spring. We're gonna start planning searches, and, you know, I'm gonna get as many people as I can. Because we won't stop until she's home.
Absolutely. Adam has not, and I hate having to bring him up again, but he knows what he did. He knows what he did with Harmony, and he has not revealed any of that. Is he that spiteful, that controlling, that if he feels he can control even one part of anything, he will hold on to that until the end?
So from what I'm understanding, his hatred for me overshadows doing the right thing for his daughter. He doesn't want me to have her. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with the authorities finding her or any of that. He doesn't want me specifically.
It's the spite towards you.
To have her.
That he can control this part of your emotion, this part of your life.
Yeah.
And this is the only thing that he's holding on to.
Yeah. It's the last shred of control he has left. And he's gonna use it as a pawn, just like he always has. You know, I feel like he's gonna say it, if he does ever, he'll say it on his terms, on his time.
And do you believe?
He won't say it just because we're begging.
Right. Right, and there'll have to be something somewhere in it for him. I mean, to me, that's the only way.
Exactly.
Do you think he shared it with? Do you think he shared the information with anyone else?
I think Kelsey knew. I've felt that in my heart since day one. I feel like she knew, and as much as they said, you know, her death wasn't suspicious, it was. It was suspicious. The timing and everything, and the fact that he was with her after Kayla and all that, and getting rid of cell phones and this and that, she had to have known something. You know, there's no way you're gonna follow this man around and get rid of stuff in kiosks and he's acting erratic and you're not questioning anything. No, it doesn't make sense. I feel like he told her and she didn't want no repercussions and none of that. She couldn't handle it, and whatever happened, happened. But I believe Kelsey knew.
And for folks at home, Kelsey is the woman you're seeing here with Adam Montgomery, who he was with after he left Kayla. And we see her, and she died in a hotel somewhere.
Yeah, I believe it was New Hampshire. And that's the thing to me, she wasn't from New Hampshire. She didn't know many people. She knew Adam. She was from Maine. If you think about all the little details about Kelsey, she wasn't alcoholic. So it's just, it's very, I don't know, that part for me, that piece will always be very suspicious, and I feel like she took it to the grave with her.
What you may have known.
But, you know, and the other person we know, obviously, is Adam.
Now, when you talked about organizing some searches, some areas have been mentioned by investigators and the prosecutors here. The Tobin Bridge, Rumney Marsh Reservation, Sales Creek, Chelsea Creek, North Shore Road, Route 107, U.S. Highway 1, sort of this 6-mile radius around the Tobin Bridge area. What are your personal thoughts? Are you, and I don't know how well you knew Adam before you had Harmony.
We were together since, we got together in late 2010, and we didn't have Harmony until 2014, so I was with him 4 years prior.
So knowing him for that amount of time, are there any of these areas where they've searched or within that 6-mile radius of the Tobin Bridge where they were able to track that U-Haul to, that stand out to you as, oh, this is an area he talked about, this is an area he knew about, or this was an area he would frequent?
I think they're really on the right track as far as like the marsh, the Rumney Marsh and the Revere area. Also, what resonated for me is because I've had this consistent dream for like the last 4 years, and there's always the same sound in my dream. So when the incinerator was mentioned, I thought it really resonated with me because I'm assuming it makes, you know, machine sounds or some type of sound, you know, when it's running or working or whatever. And I always hear like a sound. It sounds like machines. And it's like, it's in the distance, but it's close enough that you can hear it. And I feel like, I do feel like she's come to me in my dreams, and she's tried to show me a little bit of where she could possibly be, because that Rumney Marsh really resonates with me for some reason. In my dreams, there's water, there's wet grass, there's like barrels maybe of sand, salt, I'm not really sure. But I remember these details and I've written them down, you know. And then I go and I look on the maps to see if anything that I've written down match up. And that's the closest that I've come so far is the Rumney Marsh.
And obviously when...
So I feel like they're on the right track.
Absolutely. So when we get to springtime, let's stay in contact here so we can help publicize this search and help get some bodies out there to help find Harmony.
For sure.
All right, Crystal's going to stay with us.
We're going to need all boots on the ground.
Absolutely, like literally boots in the marshes, of course.